One thing that I'm really not good at with acrylic pouring is picking colors. It's really hard for me. As a person that never thought he was artistic, I was a software developer by trade. Colors don't come naturally to me. I think I'm getting better over time, but that's really been hard for me. So obviously I can copy what other people are doing, but sometimes I want to create my own thing. And sometimes I choose colors and they just don't turn out right. But my wife knows this because she hears me complain about it all the time. And she got me this color cube set from Sarah Renee Clark. And so I want to show you what it is and try it out for the first time today. All right, so here is the box. There's Color Cube Volume 1 and Color Cube Volume 2. My wife got me both of them. You can purchase them separately. So inside of here, I have both color cubes. Let me just pull this one out here. Set that aside. And so in each one of these color cubes is a set of cards, and on each card has a reference picture and colors on the back. It has different shades of that color, color name, and the color ID. So when I'm needing some inspiration, I can come to this, pull a couple of cards out, kind of look what I want to, the type of picture that I want to do, and go from there. Now I want to do a 24 by 24 with a white base, using my hairdryer and to do kind of a flowy type of thing on there. And so I want colors that are kind of darker, and just flipping through these, this one I really love on a white base with all those colors I think would look amazing. So I'm going to choose that one. And we're gonna go mix up or find some colors that are very similar to these to do my pour with. Also, be careful with the box, it can cut you. All right, so I looked through my paints and I found a bunch that were close. So for the light color, I'm gonna use a Pearl Golden, which is a little bit too light, so I'm gonna add a little bit of Pebeo Studio Acrylics for that one. Then I have Magenta from Master's Touch, which is very close to there. You don't have to be exactly on, you just want to make sure that the colors kind of work together. The next one I have is the little deeper red, and I have Alsarian Crimson Hue Permanent from Liquitex Basics. And then I have Quinacridone Violet for this one here. I might need a little bit of white, we'll see kind of how it shows up. And then for the blue, I have Anthraquinone Blue, it must be, from Blick. And that's going to be my blue. I'm going to create this color by adding a little bit of each one of these, because that's kind of right in between there. And so I don't need a ton of each of these, even on a 24 threaded 24 canvas. Most of it's going to be white. The blowout's just going to be a little bit. So I'll just get a little bit of each of these colors. I'm not going to show you me mixing or getting the colors that aren't mixable, but for example, this one, if I come here and I want, so I want, man, I'm running out of this one apparently. I'll probably do 2 parts of whatever medium I decide to 1 part of paint. So I need a bit. We're gonna go there. And then for the Pebeo, we don't need a ton, we just want to darken it a little. So you can see how different the colors are there. So that should give me a pretty close when I add the medium, it'll, wow, that what is that, rich iridescent gold really deepened it. So I'll probably want to add a tiny bit of white. Now, one thing I just did that you didn't see on camera is whenever I open these, it always has some dried muck on the end. You want to make sure you get that out. That's what sometimes creates those bumps in your painting. Nobody wants that. bit of smack to get the color down. Lined it up a bit. That's looking a little better. Probably a little bit deeper than the palette, but this will do for me. So that was that one. Then we know we need a little bit of each of these colors. Oh, that one is totally sealed. So anytime these get sealed, especially on the end here, if you open it up and then close it, usually that will just pop off. There's just this little tiny piece of paint, comes right off. Otherwise, close it, peel it off, and then open it back up. Because again, you don't want that in your painting. It's kind of hard to see the color here, but I'm going to add, I'm just using some leftover golden color pouring medium, only because I had it. May need a little more here. I think that's probably what I want to go with. So that one was easy. And then I have the other colors. So let's get everything ready. I'll make up all the colors and we'll come back and do the pour. All right, so as always, the first thing we need to do is get our base coat down. I hope I made enough of this. I think I did, but we're gonna see. Don't want to use all of it. We want to have some for the end. I could do this with the hairdryer, and I will finish it off with the hairdryer, but I think well, I'm sure most of you probably saw, I don't have enough paint. But sometimes you just got to work with what you have. So we're going to do that. So what I want to do is have maybe 2 branches here and have it start dark and kind of work up lighter with little bits of the different colors inside. So that's what we're going to try and go with. Oh, before, I just want to show you. Here are the colors that I did. And here are the matches. I think they match pretty well. They don't obviously have to match perfect, but I think I got pretty close. So I think we're going to start maybe go that far. I don't want that there though. Again, probably a little bit of these down here. Definitely want some white. I actually want more white than that. I want a little bit more gold too. And just make sure we have a little paint out here to move. I don't think I got very much right here. All right, so let's see how this works. I'm a little bit surprised at how little the gold came out. This is always the hard part, trying to decide what to do to enhance. All right, so here's the reference color card. In my pour, you can kind of see all those different colors in there. Not as much of the lighter color, but I'll show you that in just a second. It has been a couple hours. I went to my brother's birthday party, so you can tell I didn't have as much white on here because the white is almost completely dry, except for some of these places where I added a little bit more. Most of that relief will go away once it's all dry. It'll kind of look flat. I really like the dark kind of merging into the lighter fronds up top of this. I really like this area. I didn't get a lot of cells. I did get some here and there. Right here. A couple more over here, but I really wasn't looking for that. Overall, I'm glad I got some inspiration from the color cubes. If you are looking for those, I'll link them in the description below. Otherwise, if you want to learn how to do a paint pour with a hairdryer like I did here, this is the video for you.